Hi, I'm Jen Kobrick. I'm a holistic family consultant with the Consciously Parenting Project. And today I want to tell you a story about earlier today and about coming in with curiosity instead of assumptions. So this morning, really early, my son had a dentist appointment. He needed to have some dental work done. And so he and I were gone before my daughter and my husband were awake. And then when we got home, I pretty much immediately had a Healing Story Circle call to attend. And so my daughter wanted to be in my lap during the call. And not just for a few minutes, but for most of the call, which is not normal for her. Normally, she's perfectly happy to go be with my husband in another room while I'm on a call. So I assumed that this was because I was gone in the morning when she woke up and that she was needing a little extra connection and reassurance. And even after being snuggled all during the call, afterwards it kind of seemed like she still needed something, like something was still not quite right with her. So I got down on the floor with her and I started to tell the story of the morning as we do in this work. And so I started with, it seems like you're having a hard time. I wonder if this is about me being gone when you woke up this morning. And she throws herself backwards on the floor. She's 18 months, so she did the dramatic toddler flop and scream, "No, no," while hiding her head from me. And me, still coming with my assumption that I know what this story is, thought, okay, maybe I just need to say a little more for her to be able to connect. So I start, oh yeah, last night I was right next to you when you fell asleep. And this morning when you woke up, I was gone. And you didn't know where I was or when I was coming back. And I can imagine that would be really hard for you and maybe a little scary. And she's still looking away from me going, "No, no." And so I'm thinking, okay, what else can I add to this story? And so I say, and your brother was also gone when you woke up this morning. And she stops and she turns and she looks at me. And so now I start to get a little curious and think, oh, maybe this is something. So I say, yeah, and you didn't know where he went or when he was coming back, huh? And she's looking at me really intently and she's listening. And I'm thinking, okay, now I'm thinking this, maybe I was wrong. My assumption wasn't what was really hard for her. And so okay, yeah. And then your brother came back and he hasn't been playing with you and he's hurting and he's not acting like himself right now, huh? And then she started crying. And so I held her and she cried for a minute or two. And then when she was done, I said, yeah, your brother's feeling sore and a little wobbly from the medications they gave him to fix his teeth. And he's going to be himself again soon. And then that was the end of it. And she happily went to take her nap. And actually the calmest nap transition we've had in quite a while. And so I wanted to share that story because today on the Healing Story Circle call, someone else said that we can't ever know all of another person's story. We can only know the little slice that they're showing us. And that if we meet that slice with an assumption that we know who they are and all of their story, then they'll feel judged and we'll lose the opportunity to connect with them and their story. And if we meet that little piece of them with compassion and curiosity, that then they can feel heard and seen and connected and show us more. And so I wanted to say that that is true even for tiny people that we know very well, that we don't always know their experience. And I also wanted to say that if I had not been on that call and heard those words, I don't know that I could have stepped out of my own assumption about my daughter's experience in order to be curious enough to find the real hurt that she was having. And so I want to say deeply thank you to everyone who was on that call today, and also to say that these communities of support really matter even when we don't think we need support. I came on that call to give support, not needing support that I knew of. And yet, being in communities of support always gives me more clarity and more space in my own family and my own life and my own story. And so I want to say that having that community of support is such a gift, even when we don't think that we're in crisis and in desperate need of support. So again, a deep thank you to everyone who is on that call today. And if you need a community, if you need more support, then please reach out and let me connect you to some support. And take care of each other and yourselves, and bring some curiosity to your relationships today.